I'm back. Miss Pretty Brown Skin. I like that name. Hey, girl. Hey, Leslie. I see you. I'm letting the people come in. Happy Thursday. Ooh, that was tough getting all this light up and stuff. And naming the chat and all of that. How y'all doing? You just thought, hey, Niv. I love you too. Hey, Dennis Ross the third. Hello, what up, Judy in CCU? Is that North Carolina Central? Equal Pride. What up, Shelby? Hey, hello, I'm Bonnie or Ivani. I hope I said that right. Hey, Judah TV. Sunshine 0928. What's happening? Hey, cousin Angela. Thank you. Got my little jumper on from I Am Dating J. Y'all follow her, IamDannyJ.com. You know, I'm a sucker for a good jumper. Yeah, happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Hope y'all have, if you've watched all 10 episodes of All the Queen's Men, let me know. Hey, Dawn. Looking forward to our session tomorrow. I've done some of the homework. I don't want to be in trouble. We'll have fun. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. It's 8:03. I'm gonna go ahead and ping Leslie, who plays Teresa on All the Queen's Men. You know, the car scene outside the club with Doc and more. But she's just a cool girl. Yes, Angela, I'm ready for season 2 too. Let the people know. Hey, sorors, I see the pink and green. I love my sorors. They definitely represent for sure. All right. Jumping on soon. Yes, hey, from the original Beta Olive chapter. Yeah. Oh, you better be looking good.
Hey.
Hi, honey. Yes,
Hey,
hair.
Sean, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, you got your little water.
My water and wine. You know, I've been watching these. You know, I see you got your wine. Came prepared.
Something.
You know,
I
just
can't
a little.
do too much. I can't do too
Just
much.
a
I'm
little
still
bit,
in
a little
training.
smidge.
Yeah, a little smidge. So it's so
Yeah.
good to have you on. You know, we kicked it real hard in camp quarantine.
We sure did.
Yes. Yes. The people had a good time. You're a good time girl like me.
Yes.
I
You know, I love
appreciate
great
that.
company, great energy. You know, you embodied all of that.
Thank you. So do you. So I'm really happy. Can you see? Are they cutting my head off? Are the people cutting my head off? Okay.
A little at the top. They trying to be, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay, there we go. I had to sit back. So yes. So how have you been since the show has come out, and what type of? First of all, let's talk about your character. Then we'll get into you as the person, Teresa,
Got you.
who plays the. What would you call her to Doc in All the Queen's Men?
Um, the mistress slash I see everybody who watched this probably watched the whole show already. So I don't know if
Right,
I'm
of
giving
course.
away
Yeah.
not
No,
giving
no,
it
no,
away,
no,
but
no.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know
Yeah.
the mistress slash, you know, what's next to come.
Yeah. But I
What's
love
going
the way
on.
you played her because you weren't like, when people think of a mistress, they have this stereotypical person who's like, well, I don't know.
Extra and
Yeah. But you played that thing so cool. Like you played it like like
I
a
was a
dude.
G. Yeah. You know, I'm
Right.
tired of guys thinking that they can just do whatever they want to do and it be, you know. But
Right.
you know, girls can, you know, they can get down with it
Oh,
too.
girls get down. We're actually better at it. So I don't even know why I tried to like downplay it. Yeah, so we're actually better at it. So what was your preparation like for this role?
It's so funny actually because and I think I told like a couple people, like my dad was an exotic dancer growing up. So when I was
Stop.
growing up, when I was younger, so you know, for a little while, you know, we would go to his practices and stuff. So when I got the role and called him, he was like, "Wow, that's funny." So it's funny that I got that type of role. Like, dang, my dad was this. I was kind of already around it. And, you know, this is what's happening. But getting into
Right.
Teresa, and people don't know this either, my name got changed in this. The role who I played towards Doc changed a couple of times. I had
Yep.
different scripts for my part. So the Teresa that y'all saw was like a newly found Teresa within like that week before we shot.
Wow.
So I had to try to,
Yeah.
figure out how to embody her. Hey,
Yeah, the people talking to you.
But yeah, it was crazy because it changed. So I had to kind of re-figure out how I was going to, I guess, play her. So it just felt like the ending part of who Teresa became was that like cool, playing it cool but sly, I'm getting what I want type of female.
Right. Yeah, because when we first got the scripts, it's a completely different storyline.
I was Jamie. My name was Jamie.
Oh, I never saw that one. You know
My
what?
name was
This
Jamie
ring light
Singleton.
is acting crazy. I can't do this ring light. There we go.
You gotta get it together, Ring.
I know. I mean, it's just sliding like this. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know she was Jamie in the beginning. That's crazy. I never knew that she was Jamie in the beginning. I always knew her as Teresa. But I mean, as with anything in production, it changed. It's constantly changing. There's new rights, new versions of the script. So I absolutely I love how she came. Were you pleased with how she came out and how she was presented?
I was. I like how we actually, I know a lot of people know that we shot twice.
Right.
So they actually added a scene in there to kind of make it more mysterious with who I was before I actually came out on that infamous car scene. And that car scene also got added the first time after we had already shot our stuff. Elon, shout out to Elon. She came up to me with the intimacy coordinator. And if y'all know who an intimacy coordinator is where somebody, when y'all doing a real intimate scene, comes talk you through it to make sure you're comfortable with different things. So they came up to me and was like, hey, we really like you and Doc's chemistry. How would you feel if we added this, extra scene in there? And I'm just like, fuck it. We're artists. Let's do it. This is what we're here for. We're here to create. Like, we're trying to give y'all everything that y'all want. So as an artist, I'm like, cool. How can I do it as best as I can?
And honey, you definitely did a great job.
Thank you.
It was so good. Did you have to call home to ask anybody or tell family?
At the time I did actually, just to make sure everything was cool, but everything was fine because everybody understands that I'm an artist and this is what we do. Y'all get different parts of the human that's right here.
Right.
But I definitely, before it came out, I definitely had to tell all of my family who was going to watch it and said people, once you see me on the car, maybe y'all should just cut the episode off. And I didn't know how they were going to like bring the scene in.
Oh,
so
right.
I'm like, so they was like, oh, we see your legs. I'm like, yeah, cut it off.
Right.
And I had to watch it first before I like let them watch it. So and I didn't know all 10 episodes were dropping at the same time until like a week before.
No, I knew like 2 days before, and I'm like, oh man, so my scene, like people can see it tomorrow. I was very scared.
Yes, I'm like, ooh, but you bodied that scene too, sis. Let's talk about that. How you and Dawn and Zinga is like,
yeah. We had a good time. And I think our intimate scene was like one of the first to be shot. Remember when we got there in December?
It was cold outside.
It was cold, right? And we shot our scene like day 2 of shooting. So it wasn't no going to the gym trying to get those last little abs.
Right.
It was like
let's hop right into it.
Let's hop right into it. So I mean, thank you. It worked out, and I'm grateful for it. So how did you even become? Everybody has a story before they get to their first hit show or their first big project. I've had a lot of big projects in my life in all facets of what I do, but this would probably, as far as acting for sure, this is my one of my biggest projects. It is my biggest project. For you, you've done a lot of work prior to this. How did you even know that you had this bug for acting?
I'm like, really, I'm always like doing stuff in front of the camera. Like in college, I would do I did a group called Poise. It was like a modeling / dancing 6-inch heels for the people while we, did runway. In school, I was doing like stuff on the TV when I was in middle school, like the morning announcements and stuff like that. So fast forward, graduated college, had a computer job, desk job. I hated it. That was my personality. I can't sit behind a desk. I went to a Beyonce concert. Beyonce said to me, she ain't say to me, but she said to the stadium, but like, you know, I wasn't always Beyonce. Y'all used to boo me when I would come to the games here and perform. And then I'm selling out stadiums 3 days in a row in your city, but I work hard to get here. So I'm like, yo, she talking to me because I was just having this epiphany. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm young. I don't got no kids. I'm not married. I'm fresh out of college. I'm in D.C., a whole new city that where I was from. So I'm like, all right, I put my 2 weeks in. And moved to Atlanta. Started going to classes, started networking events, started doing indie films for free, started doing films at SCAD. I went there to look for stuff. So I just started going. Oh, but it really started from the movie Southpaw. They were filming it with Jake Gyllenhaal. They were filming it at my school. I went to school at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And they were filming and they needed extras. So we all hyped like, we about to be on a movie. We about to film. So me and a whole bunch of friends, we was extras down there. I was talking to, which I didn't know until later, was the second AD, like all the time. Like he would talk to me every day, whatever. Like, Leslie, you got your people together. I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, listen. After a week of us filming there, watching the ring fights, I'm like, do y'all need extra models, like ring girls? And they were like, oh well, we cast these people. You know, they flew in from New York, LA. They're models from New York, so they already have them. I was like, well, just in case y'all need something, just know I'm here if you need it. So I'm sitting there one day in the audience. You know, when you're an extra, like you just sleeping and waiting till the time go past. I heard my name on the mic, and they're like, Leslie Wallace. That's my real last name. Can you go to wardrobe? I didn't know where wardrobe was. I'm just like,
you're like, I got my clothes from the house, right?
Yeah, extras. You just bring what you have. They be like, that's good. Now let's change that. So I remember going there the first time. I was telling this guy, I'll never forget, it was a fat white guy. He just like, I was gonna be a superstar one day. He was like, dream big, honey. These people work for where they're at. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Let that sit down. But like I said, a week later, they called me. I went to him specifically. And I was like, can you show me where the dressing room is, please?
Oh, you did it on purpose?
Hair flip. Because they just called my name.
Right.
So that was, I think that's kind of what started it. And then I just like, you know what? I'm going to just follow this dream that I have. Give it a couple years. If it don't work, it don't work. But at least I can look back at life and say, I took a jump and I stepped in. Now I'm here. And it's working out.
Yeah, it is. So you literally came down to Atlanta. What did you have with you? You know, there's always a story. I had $40 to my name and a mattress. You know what I mean? Like, what is your story? Or what was that like? What was the get up and go?
Oh, I had a sugar daddy that movie. No, I'm just playing. Oh. Just kidding. No, but I had my one of my best friends moved down here as well that same weekend, and we packed up the car. We had 2 cars. It was 4 of us. We drove down to Atlanta, and that's it. Whatever could fit in the car, we came down here. Everything I had in my apartment, I kind of sold prior to that. Had some spending money. Great. I had a job working in DC, but before I left, they were like, okay, we know you want to move. We know you, because I told them the story, like, I can't be here. I want to live my dream. This is it. So they literally let me keep my job working from Georgia, getting paid DC salary for 3 months, training a new person so I was able to be in Georgia, working, saving money, getting acclimated with Atlanta, went to all the different clubs and spots. I had fun when I first got here. You know, I wasn't all the way tapped in. But then I started taking it seriously and started just meeting people at these different networking events, which a lot of my acting friends that I have now are from these events. So from this day, us growing, I've been here for 5 years now. So us growing together, like a lot of us do stuff with each other and for each other as far as filming and writing goes. And it's a blessing. Like Issa Rae said, you got to move, you got to work across, not up, work with who you got.
Right. That's dope. Right. That's dope. That is fantastic. So when you got the opportunity to audition for our show, because I gotta say our show, because all of us are together. You know what I mean? What did that come to? Did you get an agent when you got here? Like, how did you get this opportunity?
So I ended up doing doing a show for a movie for one of my indie friends. I met a girl there and I was telling her kind of my story, and she was like, well, I just got an agent and I'll refer you, because a lot of times you have to get referred to get an agent down here. You can't just go apply and they just pick you up. Somebody has to like know your work. So I applied and then or I auditioned, I'm sorry, and then within like 2 weeks I got a email saying that they wanted me to join their agency, and just been doing auditions from there. And the show that I really wanted I was booking myself, so I booked 2 TV1 shows by myself. To show my agent, like, I know you sending me auditions, but I'm also going to be trying to send stuff on Actors Access myself as well. And, you know, XYZ. So I got an agent thanks to Angie Costello. Appreciate you. And from there, it's just been up. But as far as the audition goes, if a lot of people don't know, we auditioned right as the pandemic started. Yeah. So we were in limbo for a long time with this show. So I'm not gonna lie, when I got the message that I was pinged for this role, which if y'all don't know, it means like on hold. They like you, but they want to see. I didn't even remember what show this was. I did so many auditions. I had to go back to my Actors Access, scroll down, and click on it. It was like, oh, this is that show that reminded me of my dad when we was growing up.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. So I was excited. I was getting excited, and then I was like, okay, this look like it's recurring. Okay, I'm getting even more excited. Like, oh, this Tyler Perry Studios. I'm even more excited. Like, damn, this is it right here. But once I got that call, my agent called me and said that I booked the role and asked me was I available from X amount of time because we had to go into camp quarantine. I'm like, I'm available whenever, tomorrow, today.
Right. Let's go. Right. Let's go. I think for my role, I mean, it's interesting that you say that. I think my role, I don't know if Miss Tandy, and it'd be great because I'm going to have Christian on. I'm excited about that.
Yay.
The next couple of weeks, just got to get it.
Writer of the show, everybody. I know I keep saying Tyler Perry. Yes, he, did his thing in there, but Christian is the man of the hour.
Yes, Christian did his thing, but we're happy, for both actually to make this all happen. So because when I auditioned for Miss Tandy, like it happened really fast. I don't know if they had cast somebody else or had pinged somebody else and then was going in a different direction, because mine happened really fast. Because I had heard that a lot of people had already gotten booked for this show and they were just waiting for it to, when does it happen? For months. Mine wasn't like that. It might have been a couple of weeks. Everything just changed. So I was grateful. Honey, yes.
Because we needed you. I remember when I first met you, we was at the taco truck. And I was like, and Zinga was telling me about you because that was my roommate in the bubble in Zinga. And, also known as Dawn in the show, everybody. But she was telling me about you, and I'm just like, oh, I want to meet her. And then I started looking you up on Instagram. I'm like, oh, she big out here in Atlanta. I'm from Philly, so I'm like, I ain't know like everything that's going on, but I'm like, oh yeah, she notable. Like, yeah. Can you introduce me to her? So she was like, we was at the taco truck. She was like, that's her right there. I was like, oh, okay, introduce me. So she introduced us, and your energy from just that moment on was just everything. Like you knew me already, and I'm like, yes. Oh, Rashawn is a great person, everybody. Great person.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, it's all about the love. And I don't know. That's how I was raised. It's who I am and my character, to make sure everybody feels good. And that's exactly what I do. You are a Philly girl. My mommy's from Philly.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, she's from West Philly, honey. West Philly. What part of Philly you from? North Philly. Yes. I'm reading. I read a lot of books, but I also do Audible. And I'm reading Kevin Hart's latest book. It's from 2017. He's from North Philly as well, right?
The area down there.
Yeah. So he's doing his thing. So I'm glad y'all from the same area. So you from the water is good in North Philly. Absolutely. But you have bigger aspirations as well to produce and direct and all of that. How are you doing with that? Are you currently working on projects that you can share? What is it that you love the most? All of those good things.
Yes. So my aspiration is to really be a director one day. I just love helping bring people's stories to life. It's something different seeing it on paper. Even watching our show after reading the scripts and then watching every character bring it to life, it's just like a different type of feeling. And you're in there like criticizing, but also like I can feel this. Like so that's really what I want to do. I just had a baby recently, 7 weeks ago.
Wow.
And I kind of like slowed down with everything while I'm becoming, into motherhood, but I'm back on it. I do have a project I'm working on with one of my friends, Chiquita Hooks, writing. She's a great writer. She actually has a show right now that's being taped. I don't know if I can put all her business out here, but
don't do that. Right.
Clifton Powell was playing one of the major people. We're writing something right now, a little series that I want to bring a lot of Atlanta actors into to play in the main parts, because Atlanta actors don't really get good shine. I feel like they try to make LA actors right here and put Atlanta actors right here. And I just want to showcase, I know a lot of amazing talent.
Oh, man, it's talent everywhere.
literally. And I just want to showcase that. So working on something for that. And then also I just did something, it's called Hard Drive Series with Cherie. A lot of Atlanta actors also know Cherie, Antoinette. So doing something with her that she's trying to get greenlit from a studio. I assistant directed that while I was pregnant. So that was really cool. And I'm just writing something big that hopefully I can pitch to somebody big one day to bring it out. I think it's a real creative thing. I don't want to say it right now, but I definitely am working on some stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes.
How has motherhood been for you? I was going back, reading my motherhood message on Instagram, and I was talking about how I've been a mother for 14 years now, almost 15 years, and how motherhood didn't come easily for me. It didn't come out. I was like, ooh, baby powder and lilies and roses. That wasn't my story. And I think, societal norms make us feel like we're supposed to, really grasp this whole new life that we have. How has it been for the last 7 weeks for you? And in all transparency, how have you been adjusting?
All transparency, it wasn't nothing like I expected. I thought it was going to be a cakewalk. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to have a baby. That's cool. And then I had my daughter naturally, like I had her in the water. No medicine, no nothing. So it was definitely a different experience. My entire labor time was 7.5 hours from the time I started contractions to the time I pushed her out. And then I left the birthing center 6 hours after I had her and I was back home.
What?
Working the next day, my 9 to 5 from home. So
you're bionic. You're a bionic woman. You did all of that?
I did. Yes. So it's been an experience because I thought it was gonna be easy. I have a lot of love around me. And granted, I'm not from here, but my mom recently moved here. The father of my child, his mom, all my friends I have that's here, like everybody has been literally, when I say helping me out, like even just with words, like everything, like it's been so easy. Even even y'all, the cast members, like everybody checks up on me. And a lot of times, like, they talk about postpartum depression. It's real. Like, you get sad. You're in the house, especially me. I'm like a bubbly person. I'm trying to be out in the world. I'm stuck in the house with this newborn. Like, what am I gotta sit here with you? And then I'm working. I need to stop working because bills don't stop. So I'm just like, dang, this is a lot. But I love it. I love her. I look at her every morning when I wake up and I just start smiling. Like, I'm really a mom. Who made me? I'm a mom.
Right.
But it's beautiful. And I just hope to, I know they was making a joke saying that's me and Bolo baby, the baby I just had, but no.
That's hilarious. What was it? Bolo, I love it. He's going to be on next, so I hope you guys stick around to hear Bolo. Isn't he he's so fantastic.
You just got to,
right?
No, he is. You know what made actually the car scene really comfortable for me? Every time we did that scene, because we did that scene a couple of times, Kim Fields actually left the bubble and she called on FaceTime and was on the phone with us while we were taping that scene. And she, she was doing a couple of different things, but every time, like say my dress would come up, he would pull it down. My shirt would come down a little bit, he would try to pull it up. Right. It's like he just made me feel so comfortable. And prior to me and him, just looking at him, I did judge him. I'm like, oh, he look like an asshole. He just got a stern face, but then he came on the bus. Me, Julia, and Zinga, and Monet was out sightseeing before we started filming, and he was practicing. He just came out of the Oval office or the Oval, the White House. So he came in the truck, and I was like, "I think you my BD on the show." So he was like, "You Teresa?" I said, yeah. And back then when I first got in the bubble, I had cut all my hair off. So I had little tiny, little curls in my hair. Right. So I came back on the show come performance day and I had my wig done, my makeup done up. And everybody was just like, he was like, Teresa, okay, let's go. But he was so nice. He made everything really comfortable. And he just a cool person. He's funny. He always eating candy. And he always smells so good. He smells good.
He's just a great guy, man. I just, and I'm sure much like your father, growing up in this space, they have a job to do, and that's what they do when they're on stage and in the clubs and all of that. But you get to see the humanity of who they are and how they move. And he was one of the people that I remember one night it was me, him, and Mike Strong on the porch, and John Silver on the porch, like outside of my house, because you couldn't go in anybody's house, you know, all of that. Right. And I'm like, I'm the homegirl, so I'm always hanging with the guys. That's just how I am. And we just had the best conversation, it was the best. And I was like, wow, man, I see you, dog. Like, I see you in an entirely different way. Right, in an entirely different way. So looking forward to having him on. But that scene was beautiful. Like, it was so real that you all had, first of all, the connection you all had in the club was really good. And then when you all had the scene in the car, it looked like one of those relationships that were just so yummy, but couldn't happen because y'all had situations. And if you guys made
a whole situation.
Right, you had a whole situation.
Which is funny because we shot another scene that didn't make it into this season that kind of like left off like, well, what happened? I had like friends calling me like, wait, so what happened with you and Doc? And I'm just like, y'all, if it gets picked up, y'all gonna see what happens next. But I feel like based on like our scene, it was so good. We actually practiced that one scene that didn't make it together a lot. And it was so raw, and I wish I could still, even if they don't put it in, whatever, we
like
can still
use
get that
it for your
footage,
real. Right.
That was a dope scene that we did. And what's crazy is, prior, he said he did some acting stuff, but not really. I was helping him go over his lines and everything, and he was just so like, he wanted to learn everything. Like, he wanted more, like, how about this? Does this sound good? Like, going over it with his lines. I'm like, he's just a good person, for real.
Yeah,
like,
he wanted to win. He wanted to win, and when we saw that, and so we'll talk to him in just a minute. So what's next for you? You talked about, all the things that you're working on, but like at the end of the day, when you see your name in lights, when it's all said and done, and your daughter is carrying on your legacy, what do you want her to say about you?
That my mom was a go-getter. She got everything that she wanted because she worked for it. She wasn't handed nothing. And that I'm going to help bring everybody as long as I can, as many people as I can along the way who I see dedicated and put effort as well.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. God just placed on my heart, like, sis, you're a journalist. Why don't you just talk to the cast?
and you're amazing. Also, that you're doing something. I've been watching a couple of these that you doing something where you're helping out people learn how to do this, because I'm like, I don't do interviews, so I'm like fidgety and stuff. I'm nervous.
Yes.
But you're helping.
Oh, great. But
you did.
Yeah, I am. I'm glad you said that. So yeah, I'm it's called media fitness, to get people like you, actors, athletes, actors, athletes. What's the other A? Actors, athletes, and Lord Jesus, it's coming to me. Just to get them ready for interviews like this, so you feel comfortable. You know who you are, your personal statement, the 3 things that you want people to know. And you really did a great job of telling me what you wanted me to know, who you are. You're a Philly girl. You're a good time girl. Your story, you did a great job.
Thank you.
You did a great job. But yes, I will make sure that everybody knows what I'm doing. I have to finish up the course tomorrow, but I have 4 clients right now, so I'm really excited about their progress and how they're doing. So it's all good.
Look at that. Look at you. See, it's just good to have your spirit and your energy is just a light. Like, you're glowing. You don't even need the light. You just glow naturally.
Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Well, much love to you. I'm very happy that you were able to join us today. And
thank you.
Yeah. Here, look, cheers to season 2. We're gonna claim it.
Cheers to listen, sis. We out there. Boom.
Cheers to season 2.
Much love.
Yes.
Love you.
Kiss the baby. Love you too, baby. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Right,
bye. All right. That was awesome.
I don't know how to X out.
Oh, I'm gonna just press the X button on your window. There she go. There you go. Bolo, are you there? That is a chair. Bolo.
What up?
Where are you though? I can't see. There you are.
What's up?
Hi.
What up?
What's happening?
What up? What's popping?
What's up, man? I'm just out here. I had Leslie Cherie on, you know, Miss
I just
Teresa.
saw her. Yeah, I saw y'all rapping.
Yeah.
Rapping up a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah. You look slim. What you doing? You doing some more cardio?
Yeah, man. I had to get that fat boy shit up off me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to trim it up. When I was back conditioned, I was real cold blooded when I was conditioned. When I put that big boy shit on, no, fuck that. So, yeah, it's good.
Like, cause when we were in the bubble the first time, you were thicker than you were when you came back.
Yeah, it's only gonna get thinner and thinner. I ain't going back.
Don't get too thin. Now the ladies like what they like.
It's still
What you
there.
mean? Yeah. Okay. There we go.
It's still
There
there.
we go.
That shit ain't going nowhere, but I just had to tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah. You're looking good. I'm on with Bolo, Michael Bolware, also known as Bolo, joining me tonight. And you know, I think you get on your lives in the morning in your car, you give you a little inspiration and stuff. But now we get to like talk to you like who you are and what you're obviously most comfortable with. But Bolo, how did you even for people who know you from what you do as a male exotic dancer, was transitioning into acting always a part of like the big dream for you?
Not really.
Okay.
I think growing up, you kind of I knew the platforms that I had ran into, right? So I did know I did a couple of TV shows. I did know I had a lot of notoriety, but to absolutely say I was going to be an actor, absolutely not. I just wanted to be like successful for real. Like whatever it was I was going to do, I just wanted to be damn good at it, right? So I didn't really have a plan. I was one of those individuals, but I knew I didn't want to F off life.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I was one of those individuals that I just let the man above just kind of like just steer wherever it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Right. How did you even get into that life, the male exotic life? Your brother.
My brother introduced me to it. He had been dancing, so I started dancing at the age of 17, and then he had started dancing at the age of 17, but he's 6 years older than me. So my big brother was who I always looked up to. I wanted to be just like him. He could dance his ass off. He was big, swole, cocky, all that stuff. So I just wanted to be like my big brother. And at 15, 16 years old, me and my mom had some words and discrepancies and shit like that. So she put me out, and then I moved in with my brother. And he had just came home from the Marines. So he had started full-fledged dancing from the Marines. And, I mean, I was 15 years old, 16 years old moving in. So that was about the 10th grade year. I started dancing my senior year, and I ain't looked back. Yeah, that's all it was. It was kind of like, I don't know. It was definitely my brother that put me in the game, though. He was the reason why I wanted to do it. He was the reason why it was cool to do it. He was who I looked up to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
Was it the instant gratification that you got from performing, or how you were able to? Because we've had conversations. Because I'm like, I just want to know.
Yeah.
What is the way that you make a woman feel when you're performing? Is that what gives you the gratification to love what you do, or what is it that keeps you moving in the space? Because you haven't stopped either.
Yeah, well, I won't sit here and lie to you. The money's well, right? So that has a lot to do with it. But having the ability, I was always the individual that wanted attention, right? I'm one of 6 kids. And being one of 6 children, you fight for attention. And my mom was a hard-working woman. My work ethic comes from my mom, like straight up. I realized that over a period of time that I grew into my look. Let's just say that much. I started looking more and more like my dad. And when that came about, I felt like when I grew into the masculine, like more of a masculine, who I became today or who I am today. I feel like it was easier because I'm just communicating with the women in a different way, more of a fantasy indulging way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So in that scene when you're teaching Ant like how to communicate with the women, was that in the script or was that Bolo? Was that Doc or Bolo telling him like how you communicate with the women? Because I felt like that was you. like bolo.
You know what's so crazy? When I was running them lines, something told me to kind of like be in it.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever I felt to allow when that camera started rolling for me to be in it, you're right, it was bolo. It was bolo giving game to the youngsters that I typically give the game to. I personally know Sky off camera as well, so it's almost like it's like even him, and he's way more like Chris with his acting. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because
he's
he
a
has big
dancer,
experience.
like, and Chris
He's
with his
really
acting,
into
and
that shit.
right,
Yeah,
right.
but he was like, bro, you killing it, bro. So I think a lot of the uplifting from him helped me out a lot of the way as well. Like I'm going into it, and he like, yeah, that's it, bro, that's it. So I was like, okay,
Right.
I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, but I would say it was me. It was bolo. It was bolo. Yeah.
Because I remember, like, on set, you know, it was such a beautiful experience. I remember when we did the table read, and you were in the car, and I've known you, and I've known your name, you know. But then I was looking at you, because you were in the car. You were like, so, you know, when we going to be back home, you know, because I got to be here for my little man. I was like, is he taking this serious? Is he taking this serious? That's how I was looking at it. But when you got into that bubble and, like, you saw it, was there a transformation from when you got the role to knowing, like, okay, this is serious, and they really are going to show the human side of what I do? Was there a transformation from that moment when I first met you on that table read to when you got into the camp quarantine?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was the realization of like this shit about to happen. Aside of the game, this beautiful game that I've been blessed to be a part of for the last 15 years of my life. It was the side that, because it's still underground, like a lot. It's very underground. A lot of people don't really know the aspect of the game, or they don't know the aspect of the realm. So yeah, it was definitely that. It was a different type of transformation that I was able to, encounter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when you got in there, like you talked about you and Sky, getting together, like y'all really, like you wanted to win. Like you wanted to win in this space. Where do you get that drive to make sure that when you are into something, that you are the very best at it? Where do you get that from?
Sue Dixon, my mother.
Yeah.
That relentless, like, never give up, like, put me in the corner, I'm getting out of it, I promise you. You know what I mean? I get that from my mom. Like,
yeah.
And it's crazy because we have a weird relationship at times, you know what I mean? But who I am as an individual at heart, my character, my personality, is Sue Dixon. Straight up. And she's just like me. I learned to be like her, low key. Don't want too much people up in your business. You know how I move. I move real like, get the hell on. Like, nah, I ain't seeing you. You ain't seeing me. We Gucci though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. And you're continuing to like move. Like now we have a hit show. I'm gonna call it what it is. It's a hit show. People love it. But you still love what you authentically do as a dancer. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it, Bolo, because I'm sure, as smart as you are, with the kennel and what you've saved and how you grown your money, you don't have to do it. What keeps you going back to it?
First off, I never had a plan, right? Quote unquote. I've been planning since day one, right? But it was just, I never had an end date. I never wanted to put an expiration date on it. Never put an expiration date on something that you are just naturally gifted in. Because if you put an expiration date on it, what if that's your only blessing? What if that's your only gift?
Right.
It's been my vehicle. Who would have ever thought Mill Exotic Entertainment, starting in Cleveland, Ohio, would have turned out what I got going on now?
Right.
I would have never thought of it. Most of the dancers, they a lot of people didn't think they were mentally savvy enough. They didn't have the, communication barriers to break upon or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I must admit, like, I do it. I do it pretty well. And I enjoy it. You know what I mean? And I enjoy it. I love to make women feel good. That's one thing I do. Like, and it's like, I don't have to go there with you, but the ability of having them in that tense moment, like, God, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, and it's like, yeah, I could do that, but I'm such a gentleman as well. So I'm gonna just,
right.
I'm
That
gonna
be the
leave it alone.
part. That be the part that y'all be, it's too much sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, let me just,
Yeah.
and I will tell you this, prior to our show and then my interactions with you and Jeremy and Keith, who you know, the other dancers in the show, like you know, you have this perception of what this world is like.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, and everybody who's watching, like I go up to Blue Flame before I would go and try to, you know, go and see a male exotic. But now that it's completely changed because I see you all in a different
Yeah.
vein. And
Yeah.
and I want to talk about, like, you know, our storyline from Christian Keys to Mr. Perry. I see Elon is on the live right now. Hey, Elon, thank you so much for just helping to green light this show in the very beginning. It was 3 women that helped make this show even come to light.
Yep.
As far as humanizing this world, how well did we do to humanize this world of male exotic dancers?
On a scale 1 through 10, I gotta say 15, 20. Like, straight,
Really?
like, it's realistic, but to a person that's not into male exotic entertainment, I mean, into the realm, it could get boring. And that's when Madam and her gangster comes in. And that's when that feud between her and Tandy go back and forth, like, yeah, we do that, right? Or that's when the sex scenes, and it has so many different elements. And I think that's why I love the fact that they were able to introduce the world, our world, of male exotic entertainment to the world. Am I kind of iffy on how far in depth they go? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Realistically, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's interesting though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You good when your name clean. You know what I'm saying? You good when
How
your
about
name
that? Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Where do you think, if you had to be on the writing team, where do you want Doc to go to, or how do you want him to develop in season 2? If you were in the writer's room.
Yeah. I think the way that I would prefer Doc to be, definitely not like how he was, right?
They made you soft, dog.
They made me soft in the mouth, but it was cool because I could play that role. All right, whatever, it's cool, right?
Right.
So that would probably be the number one thing, and definitely, okay, I caught a body, quote unquote, although it's a woman. Come on, whatever. But it definitely put me in a mindset of like, all right, so where's the vengeance? What's going on? What's the situation with my baby mama, right? Like, what's going on? Is it really my baby? Like, what's going on? Like, I want to know. Like, that's where I'm at with it. Like, hold on. And by all means necessary, Doc is an individual, because he's the calm and he's chill. He gonna take care of his responsibility. He want to take care of his responsibility. I don't give a damn if that is that situation. That's my seed. So respectfully, we gotta have that conversation, bro. But it just be what it be. Like, it's that, because apparently she was lying to us both.
Right. And
she was
y'all,
lying to us both.
Right. Absolutely. She sure was.
Yeah.
She played that. Y'all played that. Y'all did a great job. The chemistry was there. And I really think, and I've said this on the lives that I've done with cast members, I think the reason why our cast really gelled like it did is because we were all together.
Yeah.
And I think that truly made a difference. You know, Leslie talked about how you made her very comfortable in the intimate scene that you all had. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, obviously your life is about intimacy. Was there, so there was already a level of comfortability for you in that space?
Yeah, well, typically what I like to do in any of those situations with a woman is make her feel like, man, I'm cool. Listen, I do this selling the sex scene, that's what I do, right? Because I'm a male exotic entertainer. It's easy to do that. You're acting like you're having sex. All right, but I wanted the actresses, her and Chinya Ray, who played Tina, I wanted them to feel comfortable. I wanted them to feel comfortable with me. I wanted them to know that I was genuine. I wanted them to know that I was authentic. If you needed me, I'm there. You know what I mean? If you need to walk from, I'll walk you to your spot. If you know what I mean, just I'm a gentleman, right? It's all due respect. I don't care what you got going on. Don't care what I got going on. Just respect. It's here and it's there, right? So, yeah, I just wanted her to really just to feel comfortable, and we would run lines, and like Led's cool in the game. We knew that.
Oh man,
yeah,
right?
She on me for real. Yeah, hell yeah.
For real. Like that's just it was perfect that y'all were like together, and it was great. What would you think? What would you say is the greatest misconception when it comes to male exotic entertainers?
Easily our sexuality, easily. Yeah, easily our sexuality, or like I used to always get, it's either you're either gay or you're a hoe. Like how could you both? No, I'll easily take the whole term. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to deal with the bull crap and the stigma and the other stuff, but definitely that'd probably be the miss. Like because in our realm that we know of, everybody is heterosexual. You know what I mean? So. If they're doing something on their own time, then we are also the type of people that's your own time, and we understand that it's your own time.
Right.
You know, but as far as we know, no, it ain't none of that out there. So.
Right. Well, I know people are like, so how do you like have a love life, and how are you able to like, you know, be who you are with your person, if you have a person, and be in this life? How are you able to balance it?
It's easy because the type of person that I am, I feel as if I would only have it one way, and everybody deserves a special person in their life, right? So because everybody deserves a special person in their life, that special person understands that they have to do special things. They have to be special. They can't do the typical, right? They have to be a little bit understanding of like, okay, this can't happen because of the things that you do for a living, right?
Yeah.
So, I never looked at anything of that nature like it was a big or, bad thing. That's really easy.
So I've seen you perform in both genres. I'm like, see, this is why these women love Bolo, because the way you be looking at people, man.
What's wrong with my look? What I did?
It's the look. I be like, hey, man, you my brother. Don't do that.
It's all good. My bad. You already know.
Beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So, I mean, it's very well known that you are a father. What's the greatest thing that you love about being a father?
Man. Can I give multiple answers? Like
absolutely.
Everything, I think everything about being a father, it makes you responsible. Like it makes you realize that you just can't live for you, dog. Like, you have to hold on to things, because if something was to absolutely happen, he needs some type of assistance, right? I love like doing things, and he do exactly what I do. I love like how he just pay attention, and I don't be thinking he paying attention until he get around Mom Dukes, and then he doing stuff Papa do. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different. It's funny. Yeah, he blessed me. The Lord blessed me with my little dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So one of the questions is, what are you drinking? What's that? What's in the gallon? Somebody said you stay with a gallon. What is that?
Yeah, this here is electrolytes.
Okay.
And like a flavor enhancer. I don't like drinking a lot of water. Like it's boring. Water gets boring, so you need a little flavor enhancer. So y'all, this orange tangerine stuff, y'all. It's all good.
Yeah. What is a typical day like for Bolo? Like, do you wake up? Do you meditate? Do you read the Bible? Do you sit in silence? Do you look at your phone? What is it? Who is Bolo like that nobody sees?
Well, actually, Bolo is Saturdays and Sundays, typically. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mike.
Yeah. So, and that's the beauty of it. You can be all these different people in one body, right? One vessel.
Yeah.
Michael is who I am every day, right?
I love it.
I'm waking up 10 o'clock, 10:30, because I'm going to sleep about 1, 2 every night, right?
Yeah.
Wake up, of course, say my prayers, freshen up, all that good stuff. Check emails, little stuff like that. Check the phone a little bit, Instagram and Facebook from time to time. Not really big on Facebook. And then by noon, I'm in the kennel, cleaning, sweeping, playing. You know what I mean? Like I believe that the kennel is a safe haven for me. It's my getaway. It's my silent space, but not so silent because you got everybody wants your attention.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody in the kennel wants your attention. Daddy, 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 daddy. What? Wait. Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yes.
So yeah, and of course I go to the gym a little later at night. And then like I said, I'm typically winding down probably by like midnight, 1 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah. So you have Frenchies? What other do you just Frenchies? What do you have?
Frenchies and bulldogs.
Yes.
Yeah. Bulldogs.
That's great.
Frenchies
Yeah,
and
we had a connection on that because I have a boxer, so that's
out the gate. Yeah, we rapped about that. Anybody that really rock with animals, I was always that type of kid too. I could look at a dog and tell you if it was mixed. I could tell you what it's mixed with. I used to study the breeds because my mom would never let me get the dog I actually wanted.
Oh wow.
That was wild. Yeah. She deprived me of it and it made me want to learn more about them. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm going to think about what's the demeanor of a Frenchie, man. I think Frenchies like they popular because they cute or whatever. And people like what are their demeanors like? What they like? Because I'm thinking about a second dog.
Very confident, very, very companion-like. Surprisingly, I didn't like Frenchies initially. Then I finally got my first Frenchies, and I was like, they're actually kind of cool. Like they're big dogs in little dog bodies, right? And they're very dominant, and you know what I mean. Like oh my God, very protective, territorial, all that good stuff. Yeah, they cool. They be farting and shit, but I mean,
that's crazy.
Cool. Yeah.
So if you weren't in this world, male exotic entertainer, what would you be doing? What do you think? Because you said you never had a plan, but what's that other thing?
I don't think it was ever a other thing. I was one of those people that was blessed enough to be a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So I never really focused in on one particular thing, but knew a little bit about a lot of things. So who knows? I mean, I love building. I build you a house in a month if you give it to me. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I don't know. It was, again, a lot of me is the unorganized, the unstructured is the actual beauty to who I am. It's I don't know what's next, but whatever it is, I'm good at it. I'm at least knowledgeable of it. So let's fuck with it, right? So I'm not one of those people that has said, okay, I'm put all my eggs in this one basket. No, I ain't doing that on nothing. No, hell no. I don't want no parts of it. No, because you're going to get your feelings hurt like that, right?
Right.
Yeah, if you fail, you know what I'm saying? No, you get up, you go on to the next. Let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That's how that was always my mindset. So growing up, I really was intrigued. And it's the reason why I like building stuff. My mom was a plumber for 20 years.
What?
My mom taught me everything. My mom taught me how to change brakes on a car. My mom, she's like Superwoman. My mom used to be a power lifter. So all of our kids, my mom has 6 kids. If I showed you a picture of all my mom's kids, you would think we get our genetics. I mean, I look just like my pops, but we get our genetics from my mom. My mom is a little tank, like for real, strong as hell. Yeah, my mom is totally different than. And that was one of the hardest things for me to do is find a woman that's out. Because I thought a woman's supposed to do all the stuff that Mom Dukes was doing. Toilet messed up. I'm going to see my mama go take it out and put another one in there. You know what I'm saying? Car messed up. All right, let's change the tire. So you get into this unrealistic life when you get older, and it's like,
I don't know how to do none of that stuff. I can clean that toilet. I can't fix it.
But the right dude to teach you how.
How about it? or we could have the money to hire somebody to do that thing. You feel me?
And I'm realizing that part now. I'm tired of doing shit.
Man, listen.
Oh,
listen.
Bob the Builder.
So, Bolo, what's been the response? I mean, you have a huge, like, you are a main character in All the Queen's Men. People have been asking because you got fans from the UK. I've seen South Africa on here. The show is called All the Queen's Men. It stars the one that you're seeing right here, Michael Bolware, also known as Bolo. He plays Doc. What's been the response in your world, like from male exotic entertainers that you know, from your friends, your family? What have you heard about our show?
It's always love, typically, but it really feels like love now, because I think the circuit that I came up on, they can appreciate it because of the rawness of it. It's All the Queen's Men did a great justice to the male exotic entertainment room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be real with you. And a couple of the other programs did a phenomenal job. The Chocolate Cities, the Black Magics, all that good stuff. But I think the raw and raunchy aspect of it, the real life stuff, the scenarios, and All the Queen's Men, along with the storyline, the response is crazy. That's right. All they're talking about. I don't hear a lot of like negative remarks about, like, from nobody. Whoever watched it, they telling me they like the show, and it's more than just Bolo's parts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, no, the show is good, and it is.
Yeah, man. I'm just so excited about it, and that's why I'm like, I want to, continue to talk to all the cast, and like, let's just keep going, because I don't want, because all 10 episodes came out at once, I don't want the momentum to stop. I want people to continue to talk about it. And
I don't think it's going to stop. I think it's going to be phenomenal, actually. I think, like, because of all of the cliffhangers, because of all of the... Oh, man, the storyline, and it gave you a great introduction to every character.
Every character.
It was simple, but enough for every character. So now it's like, I want to see more of this person, this person, this person, this person.
Yep. Yeah. What was because you literally had to, first of all, the way the whole series started off, I was like, oh, that's how we're doing it? That's how we're starting with Doc? Like, that's how we're doing it?
Hey, man, they know when to pull out the ace in the hole, you know what I'm saying?
Literally pull out. Okay?
No, it was interesting for everybody. Like, it went from Eva in the mirror talking to herself, then it was like,
I'm like,
dang, I didn't even know I was doing it like that. Like, all right, y'all, we go.
Bolo, you didn't know you were doing it like that?
Humbly. No, I didn't.
Right. Listen, what was your favorite scene? What was your favorite scene to perform? I mean, you obviously you made love to women, you killed people, but like you tried to kiss Madam. I'm like, what was your favorite scene as an actor? Respectfully, somebody just said.
When we broke up the fight with Trouble. Yeah, that's my favorite part of the movie. I remind that part all the time. Because I like the little action part when I kick, you get the fuck out of here. And I was pointing at, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Right? And I had the cigarette and I was fumbling because I don't smoke. So my sister saw it. She was like, nigga, I need you to learn how to smoke, man. I couldn't light it. Remember I was there?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Crazy. But yeah, I think it showed more of like my character. I can be a goofball at times. So I liked that. Like the serious and the sexy or whatever, that's easy to do, right? The other stuff I like that to be more challenging because I would love to be who I am as an actor, right? Because oh my God, it diversifies you. It makes you so much more. Like if I'm just the dude that's squinting his eyes all the damn time and just with the body, there's a million of them motherfuckers out there. I don't want you to be one of them, man. No, I want to be able to show some range, man.
Right. I love it. Yeah. And for those who are new to this world, All the Queen's Men, he's talking about Trouble who's also better known as Carter the Body, yada, yada, yada. So I'm about to have her on too as well. Yeah, just trying to coordinate our schedules and her LA time and my Atlanta time and all of that good stuff. So,
you are still shredded.
Oh, I have another show November 13th. That's why.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah, you see it? But you've seen the transformation. You saw how I got there in December. How I came back in March.
But you never came. But you know what I respected about you. You like even in the moment, like you knew you had to go in every day, but you knew you weren't mentally where you needed to be at. And when I still saw you, and I was like, damn, that's what's up. But when I start seeing you on the ground, and when you get your heels on, I said, oh my God, I know she over that motherfucker. You can't walk past the mirror.
Oh, I'm gonna be like this. I'm doing poses every time. I'm just. He is mentioning that I am a bodybuilder. I do bikini competitions.
Yeah.
I had my first one in July, and I'm doing my second one in November 13th. So, yeah. So, but the guys, while we were in camp quarantine, they were always at the gym, and I was right there with them or at different times. So
every
it was
day.
all good.
Walking in, walking out. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was telling Leslie that one of my most favorite nights at camp quarantine was me, you, Mike Strong, John Silver, outside of, I don't know whose house it was, because we couldn't go inside or whatever.
Yeah.
And we just had just a real raw conversation just about life. And that's when I was like, oh, that Michael Boulware, I like him like a lot. Like you gave me, and that's just, God has given me the ability to bring a lot out of people. And that night you gave me your life. You gave me your life. Why is it important for you to share like who you are to the people that, matter?
Because I never like people put limits on me. I never like people just characterizing me or telling me who I am because of what I do. You know what I mean? I'm not just a dancer. Right? I'm a lot more than that. I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm somebody's friend, I'm somebody's confidant, I'm somebody's big bro, somebody's big, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an uncle, I'm a lot of different things. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking man for real. So it's like I feel it. And then another thing about me is like I believe that the more transparent, I love just transparency. I do. I love the truth. I love raw truth. And if you give somebody a little truth for you, they open up. You open up. They open up some more. You open up some more. And then you actually, it becomes therapeutic actually.
Yeah.
You're talking about the similarities. You're talking about the shit that matter.
Yeah, the things that we've all been through, but I was just able to like listen to your story, and it is.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about writing a book, or even giving Elon, who's still on? Thank you so much for being on. Like more of like your life that we could actually incorporate into Doc. And everybody doesn't have to know every piece of it, because I love the fact that was an intimate moment. An intellectual intimate moment with you and I, you know what I mean? But like, there's so much beauty in your story that I want people to know more of. Have you ever thought about chronicling it in a book?
I have. I actually have. I actually did. And then the other side of me is like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
and that's okay too.
Almost like, why? Right? But it's almost like it'll help a lot of people. And I didn't have a bad life. My mom, my mom did a phenomenal job for her to provide for 6 kids by her damn self, straight up. So I still got the Jordans. I ain't gonna get all the pairs, but if you help her, she'll pay you. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go. I did whatever, ma. So I didn't have a bad life. So I'm not one of those people that plays that story, right? I'm from the ghetto. Yeah, I'm from the ghetto. But shit, we had computers before they came out, DVD players before they came out. Like,
right.
Mom dudes was cool. So Yeah, but I going back to the actual story, I think my story, it made me who I was. It made me confident in who I was. It's different. You could be who you are, but are you confident? Do you really know that that's who you are? That's the shit I'm into. I want to know that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So what's next for you, Bolo? I mean, I know you got something coming up soon.
Yeah.
But I love it that you live in the moment, and I love that about you. And you take life as it comes, which I also love about you. But where are you in 10, 15? Or are you not even a person that even thinks about that far ahead?
I do. I think about that far ahead. I had to have a conscience of thinking that way when my son was born. So,
okay.
Although I live in the moment, I plan for a rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
Yeah.
So that was the best way. That was the way that I became responsible. It's live in the moment, but plan for a rainy day. You're gonna have moments where, damn, this is all you present is this dance of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta have taxes and legals and legalities and stuff like that in line for you. So fortunately, a lot of the women that I've dealt with personally in the past were older women, were mature. They had shit to lose. Women taught me how to treat women. Like my old soul, my swag, them OGs I was dealing with, they'd tell me in a heartbeat, man, chill that shit, hey, we like that shit slow, man.
Right.
Take your time with it. It's precious that way. You know what I mean? It's more precious that way. So you talking about a 23, 24, 25-year-old just had my way because I was grown, but I was grown by women.
What?
I was grown. I didn't get a lot of my, like the icing on the cake. When my pops came home, he was in and out my entire life, but when he came home and when he could stay around, he put the icing on the cake. It was to keep your head on the swivel, never trust nobody, blah, 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 wooty woo, that type of stuff. And it helped me out a lot. But prior to that, since I was 17 years old, I've always dealt with older women. Always. Women taught me how to treat women. So I can see why a lot of women like that.
Yeah.
But a woman taught me that.
Wow.
You can't really teach you how to treat no woman. You gotta, it takes a man that really listen to his woman to know how to treat a woman. You don't get no game from that other than a woman. Big mama, your mama, aunties, big sis, OG. You know what I mean? OG tell you in a heartbeat, nah, take your time, man. Slow that shit down. And it's like, okay, I got you. I see what you're saying. All that rah-rah stuff, they don't want to, nah. It's too much attention. I got too much to lose. They taught me that. You can't be messing around with nobody ain't got shit to lose.
My mama always said that. Yeah, my mama always said that. Yep.
Friends, people you kicking it with, whatever, business partners. Anybody got something to lose, you don't want no parts of it. Nah, I'm getting the hell off.
Yeah. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? I don't know if it doesn't have to be one statement, but what is something that always rings true in your life? I'll tell you mine while you think about yours. When I was in radio, I've been in, obviously, radio my whole life, but God rest in peace, Wayne Brown. I think he saw me I was out there, and I was starting to not feel myself, but I had money, and I was really big in radio. I had just gotten married, a few years prior. We hadn't had no kids. Right.
Yeah,
had a driver before Uber and Lyft was even existed. He said, Rashawn, brought me into his office. He said, Rashawn, whatever you do in this business, don't get lost. And he left it at that. Do you know how big that statement was for me? I'm like, damn, that's huge what he just said. Don't get lost.
And it's who it comes from sometimes too, because it's the least expected. That's what I think. That part. It's the least expected. You have significant quotes and moments. I could tell you a million moments from my mom. I could tell you a million moments from my pops, right? Or quotes. But it was this one particular woman from the DMV named Yolanda. She used to come out and support us all the time. And every time I seen her, she used to say, Michael, life is about choices. She used to always say, choices, Michael, choices. And I would be seeing her for like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Like, I mean, I don't. It's been a while since I've been back to the DMV. But if I ever see her again, like I like to let her know, like, because she always said that to me. And everything in life, and I'm talking about, I met her in the melodramatic entertainment realm. A woman, again, life is about choices. A choice or decision can be your destiny, or it could be your death. Yeah. But it's all about choices. It's making a decision in that moment. What is the best decision? Take a deep breath. Think about it. Most people react first. You can't react. No, I can't do this because this gonna happen, this gonna happen, this gonna happen. Because if you do, oh no, you playing me, pop. All right, I just said F everybody that really love and care about me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's that mental. So I always admire Yolanda telling me, Michael, life is about choices.
Wow. Wow. It's very similar to when I interviewed Monique. Monique, obviously the comedian, actor extraordinaire. And she had just come from visiting a women's prison. And she was looking at all the beautiful women who are on this live right now, who look like me, look like every woman you've seen. And she said, Miss Rashawn, because that's how she addresses people. Miss Rashawn, I looked at those women and I thought, we are all just one mistake away from changing the trajectory of our lives. One. And so much like Yolanda saying those choices, that's what I say to my daughter when she's going out with her friends, make good decisions.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is one.
You can't control it. You can't control what they're going to do. You can't control this. But you can control how much you influence them. You know what I mean? Like you can control that. Hopefully they'll do the right thing, right? But they only can actually control it. Right. You can just get in the game. You can just guide. You can just influence. So it's those little things like that. Of course, my mom was always very big with quotes and stuff like that. My dad, a little bit more like keep me on my 1 and 2. Right. Yeah, but it is what it is. I appreciate that as well.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you all night, and your followers came in and they showed you love like they do when you jump on in the mornings and all of that. Listen, you got people who absolutely love you, Bolo, and so just continue to be exactly who you are. Make good choices, which you've already done. I can't wait till we get back on set. I'm not sure if we'll ever have a scene together. Oh, we did have one when I threw the money on you. I threw the little money on you.
That wasn't throwing no money. You slapped me with that bag.
Slapped you with that bag. That thing dripped down.
Bag. I said, Rashawn tripping, bag.
Look, Mike Strong taught me how to slap the money on the body and let it flick it down.
Roll down. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. When she got that bag, that's what she gonna do.
Right.
I'm claiming for the prize.
Right, I got the money. So I'm looking forward to it, and I appreciate you jumping on with me. I look since the very first day we connected, it's always been just real, and I know that will continue. So continued success. I'll hit you up on the side, man. I thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, man. I thank you. I appreciate you, dog. Yeah. You already know.
Keep your foot on the gas pedal because you're doing that.
Thank you, man. That's all I can do. I don't even know what else to do but to just continue to let the light shine. I'm just so thankful to God for that.
Absolutely. All right.
Be well, man. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right, Mama. Be cool.
All right, baby. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I don't even know the name of the show. The Rashawn Ali Show, which I'm going to be launching soon because that's Hey, line sister Caroline. Can you not wait for One Music Fest? I am so geeked. We got to talk about the plans, how we're going to get down there and all that stuff. He was fantastic. Thank you to Leslie Cherie, who was amazing as well. This has given me so much life. So much life. I'm so grateful that God has called me to do this work and interview our cast, and it's just been great. And I'm so glad that I was obedient to the call on that. So one of my lights went out tonight. I was like, oh, I need my light from right here, because I'm a director. I'm like, oh my God, my shadows. But I want you guys to have a fabulous night tonight. If Christian can, hopefully he gets his schedule right and we can link up. If not, we're going to keep it going, because I want people to continue to support our show. Please make sure you get BT Plus and watch all the Queen's Men, all 10 episodes. And, we're going to keep it going. And I'm going to text Eva. I'm waiting, because you got to wait. I got to make sure it's right when I text my baby. Like, hey, would love for you to come on, send. But that's my girl. I love you guys. I hope you're enjoying it. The chats that I'm having with the cast has been great, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. And for those of you who are going to One Music Fest, we about to turn up, Sean. We gonna turn up all weekend. I cannot wait to see Ari Lennox and her. It's gonna be great. This is great. I've had the time of my life. I love it. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. Do I need to plug anything that I'm doing? Not right now. For those of you who are in sororities, make sure you check out the cool soror gear at shoplhp.com. All right. Or go to my page at Cool Soror. All right. Love you guys. Have a great one. I know, right? Right? Clueless? So ready. So ready. I got my outfit ready. Bye, guys.